Yeah, hi there. And these comments are for Ridhi. And I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT. You just completed an independent speaking practice test number 12. And I want to give you some comments right now, so let's listen to what you have to say. Maybe before, let me go over to the question again just to remind myself what the question is. So the question is pretty simple. Do you think children should be given cell phones? So of course, this is a yes or no answer. It is a one-task question. So the response is pretty easy. You answer, you explain why, try to give some examples. Let's see how you did. Here we go.
In my point of view, children should not be given cell phones because of the following reasons. First of all,
now instead of because of the following reasons, I'd like you to go over to my TOEFL speaking lesson number 2, and in the beginning of that lesson in the video, I will show you 5 different ways of creating topic statements with this type of speaking task, all the while demonstrating more complex or more advanced grammar. So your sentence structure is a little easy, it's a little basic, and it doesn't really focus the speech. You know, for the following reasons, that doesn't narrow down anything, so you want to be a little more specific than that. Now be careful about your T and your D consonant sounds. You're not pronouncing those clearly. So you can go over to my pronunciation section of my course and work on your consonant sounds, especially the T and the D.
Waste the time while chatting with the friends, and also sometimes they prefer to play games on the same phone. Another reason is it can create a nuisance.
Another reason here, you might say this. Restate the purpose. Another reason why children should not be given cell phones is, or you might say in addition, children should not be given cell phones because. So it's a good idea to take, when you get to the second part of your response, that second topic, you want to restate the purpose of the speaking task, and that keeps that second part of your speaking task organized around the purpose. It improves your organization a little bit. Go over to my speaking lesson number 7. I have 4 tips in the video on how you can organize your speaking and writing better, and that's going to be very useful for you.
The children, they are in the childhood, so that is not the right age for them to use those electronic items. And lastly, if they really want to use the phone, they can always use the public phone, or they can ask anyone.
But see, and lastly, if they want to use a phone, they can use a public phone, but that doesn't really illustrate the argument you're trying to make. The argument is why children should not be given cell phones. So the last part of your speech is not really illustrating that argument.
The help if they are in the trouble. So they don't necessarily have the iPhone or cell phones. So these are the reasons I believe so. Children should not be given the cell phones.
Okay, so overall, let's take a look at the rubrics here. The delivery, language use, topic development. Delivery, it's tough to understand what you're saying, so you want to keep working in the pronunciation area of my course to keep making improvements there. Obviously, watch TV, watch movies, listen to music. Most importantly, talk to native speakers as much as you can. So you need to keep improving your pronunciation. Don't get comfortable, Ridhi. You're not there yet. You will continue to get better as long as you're practicing and you're aware that you do need to make these changes. Language use, I think you could make some improvements maybe with your grammar. Sometimes you're a little bit limited in the grammar you're using, so I think I told you to look at speaking lesson number 2, and I think grammar lesson number 1 also can give you some good tips on how to structure a little bit more complex type sentences and things in your speaking and your writing. Topic development was not bad. I think the last idea wasn't as relevant to why children should not be given cell phones, so I thought that part wasn't as necessary, but the first 2 parts of your response were actually pretty good. and they helped to illustrate your ideas, but I did say you can improve your organization a little bit. All right, so I'm going to put you at about 2.3 out of 4. That's going to put you at about 18 points out of 30. All right, anyway, thank you very much for completing the practice test, and keep up the good work.